if it makes so much sense, why don't people do this?
I think people don't do it because they're afraid of looking rehearsed, for one. We talked about it earlier. I think people are really afraid of coming off as robotic or memorized or rehearsed for some reason. And I just think, man, if you needed surgery, you would not want your surgeon to just like feel around and see what's up and like rely on intuition. Like, no, you want them
open you up and see what's there.
It's like you want them to go in with a plan, and you want them to have done this surgery many, many times before. I don't know why people think we want less of experts in intellectual endeavors. I want an expert to have thought through this. I want them to know what they're talking about and to be able to talk about it with confidence and not umming and eyeing and hemming and hawing, trying to come up with something to say. It's like, do you know this stuff at all? And what happens, and you'll be the one to tell us this though, is you can get someone who actually does know their content inside out, but because they aren't rehearsed in their messaging, in their talking points, they will come across as if they're not the expert that they are because they're not getting it right.
Insecure or forgettable. Very often they get lost in disclaimers and footnotes and explanations. And by the time they actually get to the point they want to make, their minute is up. So they have to move on to the next panelist. Yeah. And I find time limitations to be one of the common challenges that my clients experience, at least. They think, well, 1 minute is so short that, what can I prepare for 1 minute? They somehow don't find that it's worth it in a way. I'm not sure that's the right phrasing, but it's just like something doesn't match in their mental map of what it means to prepare for speaking with that very, very short amount of time. So I'm curious how you approach these different time brackets when it comes to delivering your core message.
Yeah. I mean, so when we were doing the example, I wasn't sticking to any particular time because we were just kind of playing out what does this look like. In a real example, you'll know roughly how much time you have. And part of it is you just have to be paying attention to the person interviewing you. And you have to just know the timing of these things. But in terms of But in terms you can see a person start to be like, I'm ready to ask my next question, and so you can I'm going to wrap this up. In terms of preparing for it, the best way to prepare for this is to memorize the literal bullet points of each of your core messaging elements. So for me, the premise, hey, have you noticed that everyone's talking, nobody's listening? I don't have to say any more than that. I can talk for 10 minutes to establish the premise, but I don't have to. So if I know I need to do it quickly, I can do it that quickly. The stakes, hey, 2 out of every 3, people feel lonely or isolated on a regular basis. I can say that very, very quickly, right? I don't need to do all the other studies. I don't need to do the demonstration with point to your left and your right. That's just more I can do. So I know you should be able to lay out your talking points of each critical point on a single piece of paper with no problem. And if you can memorize the one-liners, the zingers, right, the quotables, could you say it in a tweet kind of a thing? Could it be on a billboard? If you can memorize those, then you're never worried. Then you always have enough time because you can answer every question in 10 seconds, which means a minute's fine. Yeah. And it's just a bonus when you get more time. Yeah,
exactly. My version of that, because I live to eat, so everything is about food for me, I say, start with dessert. Just give people the conclusion first. That's kind of an easy way for people to wrap their heads around it. Give them the dessert, and then you can explain how you made it.
Totally.